It's all about reprogramming our minds to focus more on what brings us joy. Hello, everyone. I'm Moshmi Thakur. Have a pleasure of being here. Host for today wants to extend a warm greeting and good afternoon to all of you present here. I hope you all are doing amazing. On behalf of SEMS family, I welcome you all for today's webinar on topic Reprogram Your Mind for Self-Healing. And to add our today's speaker and guest of honor, I would like to thank Ms. Pragati Rastogi ma'am to give her precious time to us. Let me take a brief moment for the introduction of our organization. SEMS Welfare Foundation is a not-for-profit entity established to work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, and entrepreneurship, livelihood generation and employability, health, research, culture, international cooperation, sports, environment protection, or any other similar sector. We promote healthy lives, balanced and active communities, and strong businesses. It allows the volunteer members to concentrate their energies and efforts on long-term goals when freed from day-to-day details. You can reprogram your mind for positive thinking and success in life. Reprogramming the mind is a gradual process which you can achieve with patience and the inclination to discipline yourself. To reprogram the subconscious mind, meditation is one of the best ways. It not only calms the mind and reduces stress, but can also help train the unconscious mind. By doing so, not only will you feel positive, but it will also enable you to harness its potential. To discuss this in detail, I profusely delight to have our speaker, Ms. Pragati Rastogi ma'am. I would like to tell something about her. She has certified life and NLP coach, founder of Progress with Pragati, a community of more than 700 people. She has been trained in modern applied psychology, neuroplasticity, and various spiritual practices. She offers her services to teach people self-healing by using NLP techniques and spirituality. She extends her services especially to women who are struggling with stress, overthinking, emotional excursion, past hurtful memories. So I would like to give my heartiest welcome to our speaker, Ms. Pragati Rastogi, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Namaskar, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone from whatever zone you have joined. Myself, Pragati Rastogi, and I'm here to share some of the theories and some of the science, some of the arts behind self healing. What is it all about, and how we can train our mind, how we can reprogram our mind for self. So, the very first question comes in our mind: can the mind really heal the body? And if so, is there any scientific evidence that these are the questions and doubts which each and every day many of us have in our mind? During my long journey of research over a decade, what I discovered the ancient yoga scriptures, modern applied psychology, neuroplasticity, or based on the latest research of quantum physics has been proving over hundreds of years that mind can heal the body. When I say the body, it means the physical body, mental body, emotional body, and the energy body. And we call it a placebo effect. And what is it, the placebo effect? The placebo effect is the concrete evidence in the medical sciences sphere that the body holds within the innate self mechanism. If this surprises you, you can check a spontaneous remission project, a database based on compiled by IONS Institute of Noetic Sciences. Thousands of case studies of ill patients with stage 4 cancer just disappeared. HIV positive turned into negative HIV, heart diseases, kidney failures, diabetes, high blood pressure, autoimmune diseases, and the list is endless. All these diseases just gone. And let me share a case study with you. In 1957, it's a case study of Mr. Wright, who had advanced stage of cancer of lymph nodes. You can check this study online on the mysterious and powerful effect of placebo. Whenever you type it on Google, you will find it easily. So the things were not going right with Mr. Right. He had tumors of the size of oranges around his neck, chest, thighs with milky pus. But Mr. Right was not giving up. He had a will to live, a zest to live his life. One day he read in the newspaper about the wonder drug, Crebionzen, for the cancer treatment. It was under the research that if anyone who is going through that cancer illness, if they take this drug, there are chances they can heal themselves. So the moment he read about it, he begged his doctor to inject him with this drug. He had hopes that if he gets this drug, he will be cured. And he literally wanted to live his life. Unfortunately, Crebion Zen was available only for research protocol. And the protocol was that the patient must have 3 months to live. So his doctor couldn't do that with Mr. Right because he was at the advanced stage. But Mr. Right was not ready to give up. He continuously forcing to his doctor that please, I'm begging, please give me this shot. And he did that unless the doctor agreed. So on Friday, the doctor gave him a Crebiozin shot, not expecting that he could make it through the weekend because his condition was quite weak. But to the utter shock of the doctor, on Monday morning, Mr. Wright was walking around the scenes much better. His tumors got shrunk in size, and after 10 days, they all were gone. His doctor understood that it was not related to the drug, it was related to his deep desire to live. It was his hopes that worked for him. Mr. Wright lived healthy for 2 months until he read in the newspaper again that Crebuzen is not working well, not showing results. The moment he read this news, he immediately gone to his doctor and told everything. Mr. Wright fell into a deep depression and his cancer came back. Now, this time his doctor knew the trick. He said to Mr. Wright that these are the new version which they are talking about, which is published in the newspaper, but I gave you the original one, a highly concentrated one. And fortunately, I have one more left with me with the same original one. I'll jab you with the same medicine that worked for you before. And once again, Mr. Wright's tumor disappeared. Surprisingly to the medical science, his tumor disappeared. Mr. Wright lived for another 2 months until he read an article again on the nationwide study. It has been proved that Creo is worthless and is not working at all, not showing any results. The moment Mr. Wright read these sentences, these words, look at the power of words we read, we listen, we see in our life through our five senses, how much impact they have on our physical body, our mental body, our energy body. So 2 days later, after hearing this news, Mr. Wright died. Opposite to this nocebo effect, because this is the placebo effect. Placebo effect is when you do something, when you have any medicine or when you believe positively that this is going to work for you. Any statement, any word, any medicine, anything that makes you believe that this is going to work for you is called the placebo effect. Opposite to that, there is a nocebo effect when the mind believes that something bad is going to happen. Whenever people get to know that they are diagnosed with some of the disease like high BP or sugar or cancer, so the fear of disease is much dangerous than the actual disease, because then you start thinking about the bad, you start feeling bad, you start radiating bad out of your mind and your body. And this here, the point is, it starts to manifest. You manifest bad for yourself the moment you start thinking bad about it. So it has been proved many times that placebo and nocebo effects are extremely powerful. That no, that not only affects the mind but also affects the physical body. Because the results can be measured and seen under microscope, that cells are changing even if it is initiated by the mind. If you have thought something positive, it initiated through the mind, but it has a deeper impact over your physical body. This is the scientific fact and has multiple proven theories since age. You may call it universal energy, self-healing, positive psychology, affirmations, meditation, quantum vibrational theory. We have different names for different countries and different cultures. The book, The Secret, has talked about it in a different format since ages. Our yogis, our munis are working over it, have mentioned in the scriptures that mind has unlimited power. It can do miracles in your life. As we call it in different language, like in Japanese we call it kai, in China we call it Chinese we call it chi, in Buddhist we call it Zen, in Asia we call it prana, and in the Western culture in today's world we call it soul, spirit. So many names we have, but the thing is we are talking about the same thing, and there are multiple techniques that we use this. So we use it as under Reiki, Tai Chi, Feng Shui, meditation, yoga, acupuncture, law of attraction, manifestations. There are different names to these techniques under different culture, different languages. But the thing is, this works best when you do it with faith and belief. So, uh, how this works, now let me explain a little bit about just, yeah. So our body starts to heal itself when it gets nurtured. When someone cares and nurtures you, how you feel better, you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, you feel better, right? When someone cares for you. So here I'm not saying that doctors and medicines are useless. I'm not saying that. I'm not supporting that. In fact, doctors and medicines are the placebo here. They give you hopes. You need that nurturing to heal yourself, because it's not that easy process to walk alone when you are in pain or you are hurt. So you need someone, you need that nurturing, you need that care. It becomes easy if someone holding that positive belief with you and gives you hope and sunshine to heal yourself. But the problem is when the doctors say that this is not curable, it is incurable disease and it cannot be healed now. And people think that, oh, this damages, this damages the patient completely, breaks their hopes. The damage has already been done. This induces fear and pessimism in the patient's mind, and this is called nocebo effect. Now, I have been using these techniques, these inner power of self healing from last 3 to 4 years, and I've seen the results in my life, in my personal life, various fields of my life, whether it's physical health or it's mental health or emotional health or it's my career, anything. And after a lot of research, that can we do something to heal ourselves without any medical interventions? I found that in order to heal ourselves, we need more than just a healthy diet and exercise and proper sleep. We need many things. We need healthy relationships, healthy professional life, healthy social life, creative thinking, a spiritual life, financially abundance life, sex life, healthy sex life, a healthy environment. We need healthy mind too to live a healthy life. Now, let me share little. Let's go down a little deeper. We right now we are talking over the surface how these things are working. Now, let's go down deeper and check the secret processing of our mind. How our brain communicates with all the cells in the body through neurons and neurotransmitters. So when you have a negative thought or belief, your brain triggers that this is a threat, red light, red color. It turns into a stress response, and your glands start producing stress hormones, which is also known as toxic hormone named as cortisol. So let me talk about in detail how this works. When you think negative thoughts, let's take an example of corona. We just got over with corona, or cancer, or diabetes, or any of the disease which you might facing in your life. So the fear of disease is far dangerous than the disease. And the moment you think negative about anything and you loses your hope that this can be cured, so what happens? Your brain starts working in 6 steps. So I'll be sharing these 6 steps. First is information through 5 senses. Suppose you are watching TV, you are watching news, and they're continuously they are saying number of cases increasing, corona patients increasing, people are dying, and you are also practically seeing that in your society, in your neighborhood, the number of cases are increasing. Okay, that house also, this house also, my friend, my family, everywhere you are taking the information which is negative. You are hearing, you are seeing, you are reading through all your senses negative information that this disease is spreading so fast and there is no cure. So your mind is creating that negative thought. Somewhere it is because on the continuity you are making a new belief that okay, this is happening, this can happen to me. So your brain start to showing that red light, threat. Now what happens? Processing information based on your belief, your brain neurons, they just make a new networking through neurons in the brain, and then what happens? They send the signals to each cell of your body. They start radiating the same. And the moment the neurons send the information to each cell of your body in different parts of your body, there is a chemical release basis on that signal. Now, if that's a negative thought, it will create cortisol or negative stress hormone, stress chemical. These chemical reactions start to spur in a multiple folds in your body, and then you can feel it. You may feel it through your emotions. You feel heavy, you may feel headache, joint pains, neck pain, fever, anything. Then the feeling and emotion comes into the picture. So before you feel any pain or any disease you find in your body, even much before that, it already started in your mind, and the brain already started signaling and sending across your body. So whether it's a stress, headache, insomnia, you're finding it's difficult to sleep because you're continuously thinking about it, you're making your belief strong. Okay, what if I get this disease? What if I die? What if this, how things will go better? So you are losing your hope, you are losing your faith, and somewhere you are blocking the free flow of energy which is in your body. On the other side, there are positive chemicals in our body. These are we call them dose means D for dopamine, O for oxytocin, S for serotonin, E for endorphin, and melatonin. There are a lot of positive and happy chemicals, we call them. So it's up to us what kind of chemical reactions or what kind of chemical responses we want to create in our body through our mind, through our thoughts. So it's in our hand. It's our responsibility if we understand how to use it. Because if we go back to that Mr. Right story, that in that story, what was the trigger? What was the game? The game was the moment he has faith and desire to live. He has hope. He believed that this drug is going to work for me, right? So even in the second case, the doctor just injected the distilled water. It was not the medicine, it was the distilled water the doctor gave him in the second shot, and he felt good because of placebo effect. And the placebo effect works as an antidote of the fear. Fear creates disease. An antidote of fear is hope and faith. So if you have hope and faith in yourself, in your healthy lifestyle, placebo effect will work for you. And it activates the universal intelligence in each cell of our body. Now, there are three ways. There are various ways we can do self healing, but there are generally I categorize it in three ways. The first is neuroplasticity. In modern science, we are hearing about the neuroplasticity. The word itself says the neuro means the brain neurons. You can in simple language we can call it the thought, whatever you are thinking. And plasticity means related to plastic. It has been taken from the word plastic, and the quality of plastic is it is flexible. It can be reshaped. So, in the very simple term, if I break it down, neuroplasticity is you can change the formation of your neurons, neurological structure, or your thinking pattern, or in the simple language, we can say your habits, your behavior, you what do you call it, your personality. Sometimes we say that no, I am like this, I'm short tempered, I'm very aggressive, I know anger is not good for me, but I have a habit. So we defend these things that I cannot change now. I'm short tempered. I get angry, over a period of time. So when you say that your brain is fixed and you have this habit of doing things, that means somewhere you are saying no, I cannot change. But the neuroplasticity teaches you that you can change even after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of fixed format of your brain. That is, we call it in psychology, we call it the growth mindset rather than the fixed mindset. With the fixed mindset, people, think a lot of negative thing, and they have a rigid thinking that they cannot go beyond that. But with a growth mindset, with the help of neuroplasticity, you understand, okay, I have this issue, I have this problem of thinking negative about the things and situations, whatever comes in my life, or if I have any disease, so this is not the end of my life. I can cure it. It's just you need to let it go. Let your body, allow your body to heal yourself. Don't just bother the process of self healing, and it works with the practice. The more you practice, the more it gives you the positive result. The second is the placebo and nocebo effect, which we just talked about. It's a medicine or a procedure or a process for the psychological benefit rather than the physiologically, because it starts from the mind and it results on your physical body. So suppose I say that I'm in fear, I may get corona. I'm in fear, I may get corona. My neighbor just, yesterday I got a call from my neighbor. My neighbor told me that she is having high fever and lot of blah blah blah, and now I'm scared. I'll also get it. So what I'm doing, I'm thinking negative. Right now, my body is healthy, I am fine, but I have started thinking negatively. I do not want that disease, right? Make this thing very clear in your mind. Be aware. Be aware that I don't want that disease, but I started thinking about it. What if I get it? What if I get that catch? What if I get that infection? So if I don't want anything, why I'm thinking about it? Because the moment I start thinking about it, my body, my neurons will start sending the signals in my body and start radiating the same. Chemistry will start in the same way, and I'm going to manifest the same. That's why we don't understand when we say that I nobody wants disease or an ill. ill body. Everyone wants to be healthy and happy in their life. But the trigger is they start thinking about it, and how they start thinking about it when they hear from others, when they see others, that this is happening through our five senses. So you need to raise your awareness till that level that, okay, it is happening there. I am safe, I am healthy, I am fine. This is not going to affect me. Have faith and hope, and just stick to the things which you want in your life and you want to attract in your life. Just keep checking your thoughts. What I want in my life, am I thinking the same or I'm thinking the opposite? So many people through my coaching, I get this question that I want love in my life, but when I get into that coaching with them and deep after a deep discussion and insightful question answer session, I find that the moment they find their love, they start creating that fear of not losing that love. So once you attract love because you want love in your life, on the other second, you are creating that fear of losing that love. So the moment you get into that fear zone, your brain starts signaling red, 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 and stress hormone will release, and the whole body you start radiating the same low vibrational energy. And most of the time, we lose our loved ones because we are so fearful. We don't live that love. We just start living in that fear of love. So, and the third step is through epigenetics. Epigenetics is the procedure to influence your gene expression. So this is the purely science, and it has been diagnosed, and through the research it has been proved that through meditation, through proper affirmations and visualization, and there are a lot of techniques, lot of steps. If you align yourself, if you align your mind, your physical body, your energy in the sync, you reaches to your highest level of vibrational frequency that aligns with the universe, and in that state you can transform or you can change your genes, which has been seen physically. So it's not just about the mindset or just thinking, okay, I'm healthy. No, physically it has been tested and it has seen the positive results in the reports. So the let's come back to the thing is most amazing thing about this is that natural mechanism of self repair turns on only when your nervous system is relaxed. You can flip your chemical reactions from negative to positive only when you are in a relaxed mode. And this is why these days most of the people are turning towards positive psychology and meditation, and understanding the meaning of being silent from within. There are many practices when you feel so much stress, high BP, overthinking, negative thinking. So these are the different techniques to get, they first get into the relax. So even most of the medicines does that. When you feel headache, what do? You take a medicine, a aspirin or any other medicine. What it does, it slow down your thinking process. It gets you numb. So what happens when you slow down your thinking process? Your nervous system gets started working in a relaxing zone. So even the medicine, mostly the medicine prescribed for depression, they are mostly for, you feel drowsy, you feel sleepy, because they just put your nervous system on a little relaxation mode. Because the moment you sleep, even the doctor says, the more you sleep, the more you will be healthy when you are going through any kind of uncomfort or disease in the body. So because our system works like that, healing starts when you get into that relaxation zone. Now, how you can switch on your relaxation mode? Not not always necessarily to go for a doctor or a medicine. You can relax yourself with simple few steps. You can meditate, knowing yourself, because what happens when you meditate? Knowing your true self reduces half of your tension. The moment you identify that you are not what you are thinking. Suppose I am struggling as a lover. So, because I have connected with my role of a lover, that is why I have that tension and stress and uncomfortable feeling and negative thinking. Suppose I am having a problem with my spouse. So the moment I realize that I'm being a wife, I'm not getting this, I'm not doing this, he's not doing that. So it is all connected with our roles. Suppose I'm having, I'm suffering and struggling with my teenager child. So because I am so identified with the child, with as a parent. So the moment we attach to any role, or maybe we are struggling in our career, with our boss, with our teammates. So first, when you do meditate, you detach from all these roles you are playing. You get that clarity that who you really are. Knowing your true self reduces half of your tension. Second, you can express yourself creatively, because communication is very important for a healthy relationship. And being a social animal here on this planet, we all look for relationship, and communication is the essential key. You can get a massage and you can pamper yourself so that you can get into that relaxing zone. You can do yoga, gym, jogging, dancing, any sport you like, any physical activity, because the moment you do physical workout, physical activity, your dopamine, which is related to your action hormone, it just get increases. And the moment you increase your dopamine, because it's a healthy hormone, it's a happy hormone, so you will feel a sense of achievement, a relaxing feeling inside. You feel happy that you have done something, you have accomplished something, you did something. You can go out with your friends, you can smile, you can talk, you can hug them, you can laugh, you meet people, you can meet strangers. So these are the simple steps. If you follow them, you can play with animals, pet, if you have any pet. So these simple steps will help you to get over your stress and negative thinking without getting any medical or doctor intervention. Life will throw multiple challenges on a daily basis. That's the fact of life. Each one of us have multiple challenges on a daily basis. It's how you are going to use your mind to turn on more relaxation mode over the stress mode. So this is our choice, what we choose at this moment. Just ask yourself, what does your body need to heal yourself? And you are gonna be brave enough to take that action, right? So it's not about that, okay, I know I'm fat, I want to lose some weight, I want to be healthy, I want to be physically healthy. Suppose if, let's talk about the physical health, and you are thinking, your intention is good, your thoughts are positive. I'll do it from tomorrow onwards, I'll go to gym, I'll do jogging, I'll put the alarm set at 5 a.m., I'll get up and I'll do this and do yoga and meditation. All these are positive. But the thing, are you going to take that action from tomorrow, or you are going to just stop, snooze your alarm and go back to sleep? Okay, from tomorrow, you just procrastinating. So you need to be brave enough. Ask yourself, am I just thinking to be healthy and just thinking good for myself, or am I taking steps towards it? Am I brave enough to take that actions, right? So I believe our healthcare system is badly broken, because we have lost faith and respect that our body has the ability to heal itself. So most of the time we hear that just don't become a doctor of yourself, or don't think just immediately go to the doctor. And sometimes, uh, doctors, they just say, okay, you are at the last stage, this you have a limited time for any autoimmune disease or any cancer or HIV. So you just loses your hope, you just lose your hope, your faith, and everything just shatters to that. So use the placebo effect, and don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Each cell of our body has universal each cell of our body has universal healing powers. It's not just our brain, or it's our mind who heals our body. Each and every cell, even our hands. So the we can use the example. If suppose you are doing work in the kitchen, chopping the vegetables, and if your finger get cut, so what happens? You think that, oh, it's a tiny cut, and within a day or maximum 2 days, it heals on its own, right? You don't do anything because you don't interfere with that. Oh, this, I got a cut, I got a cut, I got a cut. It's not going to heal. No, no, you don't. Like, you just say, okay, it's a simple scratch, a simple cut, it will get healed. And the moment you think, it just actually it works, it get healed. The moment you think that it's a big disease, it's thyroid, it's diabetes, it's it's insomnia, I cannot sleep now, and it's cancer. The moment we make it big, so it's in our mind, we are making it big. And if someone also tells, ah, you are not, it's not going to work, it's not going to heal, it's not curable. See, that they give you the examples also. So that moment you loses your faith, you loses your hope. So it's just we don't know how to use our inner healing power. We undervalue nature. We think that we are smart, we are far intelligent than the nature, and we undervalue nature, which has supernatural healing properties. We prefer artificial substances over natural essentials and natural therapy. Somewhere we have lost our connection with the universe, the sunshine that gives us hope, heals our wounds. I request to each one of you who are present here, please sit with your back straight, and just close your eyes for a minute. Let's start at this moment. Let's feel it. Let's show some gratitude and begin the process of self healing right away. Gently close your eyes for a minute. Try to visualize that you are facing towards the light, the brightest light ever, the sunshine. Feel the gentle glow on your face as a reflection of this light. Take a deep breath and turn on your relaxation mode. As you breathe in, feel the fresh air with the light filling you completely, and as you exhale, you are flushing out all your doubts, worries, negative thoughts, uncomfortable feeling. Now tell yourself loudly, just because things gone wrong in the past doesn't mean that can't get better now. Tell yourself loudly, just because things have gone wrong in the past doesn't mean that can't get better now. Take a deep breath, open your heart and mind, and enhance your perception, your limiting beliefs. Check what is stopping you to live a healthy and happy life. Set your intentions for health and happiness and prosperity right now. Allow yourself, take the advantage of this moment. Think beyond your limiting belief. It all starts with you. What you think, you become. Be that love, what you're looking outside. Be that light that you want in your life. And as you open your eyes, you are already ready for a new beginning of your life and a life with full of miracles. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this really very informative and incredible session. The webinar is very amazing. I would like to propose heartiest vote of thanks to you for today's webinar. Your presence and wise words helped us magnify in the best possible way. I would like to say thanks for giving us your valuable time, and I'm delighted to be a part of today's international webinar. I hope all the participants learn a lot from the webinar. So, with that, we will go ahead to the question answer session.
Ma'am, how can we increase our remembering power? Because I know that when I was about 15 to 16 years old, I used to read one or twice, and I remember all the things for a long time. But as the day passes, and it get bad, and when I now read it 4 to 5 times, but I can't remember that all. Yes.
Manipal Singh ji, you tell me how much distraction you have when you try to study. Do you get distracted easily through your phone or any phone call or someone around you in the family or TV? How's your concentration power?
Means before I get distraction, now I don't have any distraction. But when I used to start studying or reading, I got a dizziness, or means a sleepy mood, and I get a fall sleep. If I started to read one or two pages, which means 100 to 200 lines, I got totally sleepy, and I slowly सुबह में अगर पढ़ा हो, नींद होने के बाद अच्छी 8 घंटे
So
तो
I what I
ये
understood is
अगर
that
से
when you
उठाने
start reading after one or two page, you start feeling drowsy and sleepy. So what you can do here is you can read while walking. Just don't read while sitting and lying on the bed or sofa because you may get into that zone. It's very common when we read something, our mind doesn't focus on that thing, and we feel like sleeping. So you can try this thing. You can walk while you are reading. And the second thing, you can try reading it out loud. The moment you start reading it out loud, you can avoid getting into that completely relaxation zone where you feel like you are sleeping. And the third thing, you need to check whatever you are reading, whatever you are studying, how much important is that for you? Because the moment you find that connection, when I read books, so there is a desire to know what is there. I want to read it. So that desire, that spark of getting, learning more and knowing more will keep you awake, not will let you go towards sleepy mode. It happens when you don't like something to read and you are forcefully, you have to study, you have to read. So that time you may feel like that. So start developing that interest. The more you get interest in reading that subject, you will not face this problem.
Hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And
yes.
what about the remembering power?
Memory power you can increase with the visualization. So suppose you want to you want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
read something and you want to memorize it. Suppose
Yes.
you want to, right, so you can start just reading it. It is like one power. So what you can do, you can use your other sense. You can visualize it. The moment for a very particular thing, you are using two senses. You are just hearing,
Yes.
you are talking, and you are visualizing it. The more you repeat it, your memory will get sharp on it. So
Okay,
start
ma'am.
making images in your mind related to that particular thing. Visualize and start feeling whatever is there. Suppose you are reading a chapter or you are reading a story and you want to memorize that story. So what you can do, you can just simply read that story. Now you can talk about this story. Second thing, third, you can just close your eyes and visualize it like a movie in your mind, that this is the story. So these are the steps when you can actually use your power of mind in terms of memory.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, one thing I like to add here, that first of all thing you have to improve the willpower. If there is no willpower, no interest, no passion, then nothing will be remembered at
Correct,
once.
correct.
So you maybe have a lot of skills, but you have no will, no desire, no passion, no dedication, then nothing will be remembered. And if you have the interest, then definitely one can able to remember all the things. First of all, you have to get involved on that topic. And
Yes.
you said that visualize, you have to most visualize the story, and certain tips and tricks are required. That means a lot of practice is required. Some points he or she should be noted on the note. After that, you may recall that chapter, what you have read.
Nightmares, are they reflections of our thoughts? How to stop them?
Okay, so whatever nightmare you are having, that means somewhere you are thinking about it during your daytime. So whatever we see in our dreams, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, it is just a reflection of our thoughts and of our belief. Sometimes you can say that no, I was not thinking about that person, or I was not thinking about this negative thing, but it came into my mind. Maybe you are not aware that this kind of fear you have within you. But if there is a nightmare, that means somewhere this thought is there in your mind. So sit in the silence, take some time, take a moment and reflect on yourself. What is it? Why this is coming? Am I thinking about it? Is it related to any of my past life event or present life event, or related to future? Is it related to any kind of worry or very important aspect of my life which I'm ignoring? So you need to reflect upon, because whatever you are thinking during the daytime, it will reflect over your dreams, in your dreams.
So, ma'am, the second question is, can we impact people who have negativity against us through our thought process?
Very good question. I really appreciate this question, whosoever is asked. So, many people ask me this through my coaching, during my coaching session, that how to deal with toxic people, how to deal with people who criticize you, and they have so much negativity inside them. So my simple answer to this question is, you cannot change the other person. Make this thing very clear in your mind, and never try to change the other person. You can try, but you cannot change the other person. So how can we deal with it? You can change yourself. So start working upon yourself. What is it that other person is criticizing you or having the negative thoughts? So it's simple like that. If you make yourself so beautiful, so humble, full of positivity, that you do good to yourself and to others. Maybe today they are having a bad image of you in their mind, but trust me, if you start radiating the positive thoughts for them, very soon they will be changed. They will see that you have a pure heart, you have positive thoughts and positive feelings for them. They will change without uttering a single word. You don't need to ask them to change yourself, change yourself, change yourself. It's just you just make them feel comfortable. They will see the change, and it's just the it's Newton's law. When there is an action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if you think positive and send those positive vibrations to the other person, sooner or later they will change automatically.
Thank you, ma'am. So, the next question is, many a times we feel a heart attack by certain actions or words. So, can you tell me how to control this?
Okay. Oh, this is quite similar to the previous question. The previous question was the same: how to deal with toxic people. So what you can do when someone is criticizing you, someone is saying bad to you. So there are many things you can do. If that someone is dear to you, close to you, and you have to deal with it, then there will be a different strategy to deal with. If that someone is, you hardly meet and it doesn't matter, then I would say that simply ignore that person. You can simply ignore and just let it go. Don't think about it. Don't try to change them. But if this is something with your nears and dears one which you cannot ignore, then try to understand them. Try to understand why they are so bitter from within. What is there inside them? Maybe they are going through some hurt or pain in their life. That's why they are, just using such harsh words on you. So just show some empathy and sit with them and talk with them nicely, easily, with a relaxed mode. Because anger can be healed with love, with compassion. If someone is angry and someone is criticizing you, you can simply sit with them, talk with them. If that relationship is important for you, if that relationship is not important for you, you simply ignore it. Don't invest your energy in that criticism and in that person. You can simply avoid if someone is, keep on poking you and commenting on you. So just simply ignore. If you cannot, if that relationship matters to you, then sit and resolve and ask and be expressive. Maybe they don't know how to express it, so they are using their anger, their negative words. But you need to be creative in that. You need to take that initiative to talk to them. What is there? Let's talk. Why you think this way about me? Let's sort it out. Let's talk it out. Hope that helps.
So, ma'am, the next question is how to keep focus and be concentrated.
Yeah, I think this is also related to the first question which was asked. That first thing is on what you want to focus. Just connect your interest with it. So I give you a very beautiful and very light example to it. Suppose you are a teenager, right? And you see a boy, handsome boy, to in your neighbor. You will not look for that attention or focus on him. It will automatically go, because you have that interest in that boy. Or if you are a boy, that you will automatically have that interest or in that girl. So purposefully you will not look for the focus. It will come automatically. So similarly, whatever is your topic, whatever is your thing you want to focus upon, just start creating that interest. The moment you have interest for it, your willpower will be there, your determination will be there, your focus will be there. You will not think about anything. No distractions will be there. You will be just in love with that thing. So if you want to concentrate on something, then just indulge with it. Find the reason, find the passion, that why I'm doing this, why this is important for me. Once you get that clarity in your mind, I'm sure concentration and focus will come automatically.
So, ma'am, the next question is what is law of attraction?
Okay, so law of attraction is a universal law. It's as simple as Newton's law, which we read, that there is equal and opposite reaction of each and every action. So it's as simple and factual as gravitational law. Anything which drops, it will go down to the earth because of gravitational force. So similarly, law of attraction is whatever you think, you start manifesting it with your energies. And the more you think about it, the more you start radiating the same emotions with your feelings. You start receiving the same from the universe if your frequency is matching. So based on now quantum physics already now this is already has been proved by quantum physics and researchers, that everything on this planet is made up with energy. Even if we talk about atom, and if we break it down, further break it down, the smallest atom, or the thing is energy, is made up with energy. So that energy, we call it universal energy, which is inside me, inside you, even the innate object or live things. Everything is made up with energy. So it and how energy works. Energy doesn't work. Doesn't work with the. They don't. It doesn't have language. So energy works with a frequency, and frequency, how it connects with us. Our thought, suppose I am saying that I am happy. So the moment I said I am happy, my brain started processing the information I am happy, and the word is happy means it's a positive word, so processing is happening. My neurons already understood it and sent it over my body, and my body start to generate that positive chemical, that endorphin, happy serotonin, that happy chemical. So the moment my body start generating these chemicals, it produces some energy. I start vibrating, I smile, I glow, I blush, I feel good. So the energy which I radiate, that goes out of my body into this universe. So the moment I thought that I am happy, and I started radiating that energy in this universe at, because happy is a high frequency word. It has a high frequency, and it matches with the same frequency in the universe. So you will attract the same. You might have noticed one day, if you are very happy, then you might connect with people who are so happy. You dance, you go. So you are already happy from within, so you find everything around you is happy. Even if your maid is not coming, even if your child is not listening to you, even if your boss is not approving of some of your things, even the other person is not resonating with you or not agreeing with you, but because you are happy, you have in that high vibrational zone, you will attract the same. You will feel it's okay, let it go.
It was very effective for our audience. Thank you, ma'am, for answering this question. It's looked like we have covered all of our questions. If anyone has any doubts, then they can contact us on our social media handles. Heal yourself first, the rest will come later. So, thank you everyone for attending this meeting. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Washmi.
Thank you, ma'am.